Hey everyone. Let's see, who am I reading for right now? Who am I missing? I feel like I'm missing someone. Oh, Scorpio and Taurus. We're going to start with you guys. We're going to start, well, yeah, Scorpio. We're going to start with Scorpio. I'm reading for sister signs at a time. Not in one video, but we're starting off with Scorpio in this video. So hello Scorpio. Scorpio sun, moon, and rising signs. I am reading for Scorpio for the new moon in Virgo. I'm going to talk about what you might be experiencing during this new moon phase before we hit the full moon next month in September. So Scorpio, please check your moon and or rising placements for deeper resonance. I am reading for both sidereal and Western astrological charts, so bear that in mind. Whatever resonates with you as far as whether you want to listen for your sidereal, check your sidereal placements, okay? But if you're reading for your Western astrological charts, then listen, continue to stay tuned, continue to listen. We are going to talk about thoughts, emotions, overall general experiences that you guys maybe met with during this Virgo new moon, Scorpio. And we're going to talk about the tools that you have at your disposal and new tools that may be granted to you to build or create the success that you desire. Okay. All right. So there was a card that wanted to fly out immediately. This is the fastest a card has ever flown out throughout these readings so far. And it says responsibility. It is the card of the East. The color yellow. Let's pull one more card for you guys. Some of you guys could be seeing hummingbirds, or maybe you like hummingbirds. Small but mighty. I'm also getting that. Whatever that means for you guys. Some of you guys, you have a spirit that is with you, a good one, a good spirit, very protecting, very caring with you. Some of you guys, you need to stop questioning your intuition. Okay, we have joy, card number 18, yeah. There are things that make you happy, Scorpio, and other people probably can care less. And guess what? That is not your concern. Whether people care about what makes you happy or not, that shouldn't even be your issue, right? And then we have beauty at the bottom of the deck. So there's something here when it comes to friendship, because the beauty card talks about friendship. Both your friends and enemies that you have come across in your life, Scorpio, have everything to do with your soul's karma and how you have blossomed as an individual. Be thankful for both your friends and enemies, past or present, okay? Without our enemies, we never could really see how powerful we really are and see our strengths. Enemies, when they show up, they're trying to tear us down, right? And the only reason someone would want to tear us down is because they see that we are, you know, we have a lot of capabilities that they feel they don't have. People don't just tear you down because it's people who really see other people as beneath them, right? When you see someone, or if you think someone's beneath you, you're not going to try to tear them down. You're not even going to pay attention to them, right? You're not going to pay attention to lower vibrational energy. The people who really see potential in someone and they don't like it, they're going to try to tear you down. So some of you guys, Scorpio, you guys actually have people in your friendships who are jealous of you. This is a time to make sure that you connect with friendships and even acquaintances who actually have the same beauty as you have in their souls and in their hearts. So I would say be very cautious and this Virgo season is going to cause you to see some things within your friendships where it's like, oh, I thought that they were on my team. You know what I'm saying? You have the power to respond to anyone's disrespect. So Scorpio, if you feel you have people around you who would prefer you to seal your voice when there are signs of bad behavior present, people who want you to just be like, oh, don't say anything, be quiet, like, you know, those may not be your people. That is not an individual who is in sync with you, Scorpio, because, and if this is not another person, maybe this is in your mind. Maybe you're just like, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to cause a fire. You have every right to respond to someone's disrespect of you. Okay? If it's disrespect of another person, you also have the right to respond to make sure that that person is not being bullied or being disrespected. But when it comes to you, Scorpio, when you are being disrespected, I don't care where it is. You can be at a restaurant, you can be on a date, you can be in a movie theater. If someone is disrespecting you and they're used to doing it because you've closed your mouth every single time, maybe this is the time during this Virgo season, under this Virgo new moon, to actually respectfully just say, hey, yeah, that's not cool. I don't appreciate that. You don't have to fight, but it is your responsibility, Scorpio, to stand up for yourself, because your ancestors, your creator, your guardians and protectors in the spirit realm are not working so hard. They're working so hard to protect you. Why aren't you making sure that you're protecting yourself as well? You're still you're a part of that team. So if there is somebody trying to pull you into a toxic situation, you don't need to involve yourself with that. It's okay to say no. It's okay to just distance yourself, and even if you don't say anything, it's okay to just create distance. Okay? Because with the card of joy here, you're trying to create that. You're trying to create prosperity in your life. And you may have some people who just don't want to give you a break. They just constantly are trying to pull you in. You may have some entities or some energies that you can't see that are trying to pull you into this dark abyss, this dark hole, this toxic situation. And all you have to do is just say, no, thank you. Some of you guys, you don't even need to really respond. Responding doesn't have to be necessarily verbal. Your response can just be not responding at all. Not answering that text message, not answering that phone call. You know what I'm saying? It is your responsibility to yourself to protect your energy. You have worked way too hard, Scorpio, to allow anybody to disrupt your peace and your happiness and your joy, as far as the Virgo new moon is concerned. As far as the moon is concerned, her conversations that she's having with Virgo right now, they're both are like, Scorpio, live your life. Stop letting people disrupt your peace. You have the Three of Cups. Well, okay. Like I said, when I see Three of Cups, friendship, okay? It's about friendship. It's about relationships. Okay? It's about you involved with other people and thinking about whether you want to still be involved. Right? You don't have to let these people go forever, but you may have to decide, you know what, I'm going to turn the dial down a little bit with, you know, as far as my commitment to these relationships. Because I just get the sense that you're dealing with some toxic behavior here, Scorpio. Quiet as it's kept. You got more water. You have the, yep, walking away. Eight of Cups. Distancing yourself, Scorpio. It's okay to be friends with people, but it's also okay to love from a distance for a while. Some of you guys have a Leo or Sagittarius in your chart. You have the Queen of Fire or the Queen of Wands. You guys have experienced a lot in your life. People actually see you as the Queen of Wands. They see you as very confident, whether you feel confident or not. Let's pull two more tarot cards, ancestors, for Scorpios, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs for this Virgo new moon. But I just get the sense when it comes to your friendships, when it comes to relationships, you guys, you need to, there's some people you need to distance yourself from. You need to just move on with your life. You may have some people trying to ride on your coattails. It's like, no, they have to do the work. They have to do some heavy lifting as much as you have to actually be granted a seat at your table. There are some people who just think that they just deserve a seat at your table. No, absolutely not. If they haven't done the work, they don't have a seat. Some people might be in for a rude awakening with you, Scorpio, where they thought, oh, I thought Scorpio, you know, they already had, you know, they already had a seat for me. They already had an opening for me. No, Scorpio does not. And that's the advice that I'm giving you, Scorpio. You better give people a rude awakening, because you got some people that are way too comfortable in your life and haven't done any work. Just expecting you to do all the work. Absolutely not. Okay? If you have children, that's a different story. You should be making sure you're taking care of your kids and doing the heavy lifting there. But I'm talking about grown individuals who are not your children, if you have children. Okay? We have the Knight of Swords. There's Gemini energy. Yeah, so pursue deeper knowledge. I do see that. Make some clear choices, Scorpio, during this Virgo new moon. But oh, why am I getting this? Scorpio, I got this for Sagittarius too, y'all, like with their families and their friends. Some of you guys may be dealing with Sagittarius, or you have Sagittarius in your chart. I just get that there are people who just don't know how to leave you alone. They don't really care about you like that. They just don't want to be alone. They just don't want to face themselves. So they kind of ride on your coattails to carry them. But they come across like this knight of shining armor. I love you. I care about you. I'll do anything for you. Blah, blah. That's all fluff. Let's pull one more card, Scorpio. And then we're going to clarify. That's a lot, y'all. That is way too much. One more card, ancestors, for Scorpio. I'm also getting here, Scorpio, you guys need to have more fun. You guys just need to start taking yourselves out. You need to start hanging out with people who actually want to have fun with you and who actually are healing just like you are. And you know, they're kind of on the same path and the same journey that you're on. Enjoy those people, right? Enjoy those people. All right, let's see. Maybe my ancestors don't want to pull another card. Let's see. Ancestors, do you have one more card for Scorpio? Okay, yeah. Two of Fire. You have the Two of Wands. So could be dealing with an Aries or someone with Aries in their chart. We got Gemini, we got Aries, we have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We have the Five of Swords. So yeah, there is a situation where there is someone who wants to pull you into a situation where they can make you look bad. Or this is what has happened in your past, where someone had gotten you into an emotional uproar or gotten you into an emotional situation where they ended up trying to sully your image and make you look disgraceful, when in reality, they are the disgrace. There are people surrounding you, Scorpio, who see your potential and they don't. They want it so badly, but they don't want to do the work to attain that the way you do, the way you did. You've done your work. You've done your part. I don't know if this has something to do with where you live. It could. Let's clarify these cards really quickly, Scorpio. This is some weird energy that I'm getting. But with the two of wands here, that is very positive. I really enjoy seeing, because this is the first fire card that I'm seeing in your layout, and not just at the bottom of the deck, but seeing the two of wands here, this means that there are new partnerships. Like you have some new friendships coming in. You have like very meaningful friendships. So if there are people that maybe they're acquaintances right now, even if they're co-workers, if they're genuine people and you guys have kind of created a friendship, keep those people. Even if you decide to leave that job, keep those people's numbers. There are some new spiritual contracts, like soulmates, or spiritual contracts with people that you are creating soon. And that is because you have decided, you know what, I just want to stand on my own. I'm not trying to have people ride on my coattails. Absolutely. You need to start telling people, get your own. Okay? Okay. Let's go ahead and clarify these cards, Scorpio. Let's clarify the Three of Water. What is the Three of Water here, ancestors, for Scorpio? Sun, moon, and rising signs for this Virgo new moon. Oop. But yeah, guys, you guys need to walk away from something, or you guys are planning on it. Again, I give these readings because I want people to have the tools to understand the tools that they have, or the tools that are going to be given to them, the tools that they can pick up towards to build or create their own success and abundance in their lives. And this is how you can do that, Scorpio, under this Virgo new moon for the next couple of weeks. Oof. Yeah, so when it comes to your friendships, it's like you guys just can't catch a break. It's like your friendships actually are very heavy. It's like they just weigh heavily on you. And that's Leo energy. Some of you guys have Leo in your chart. Yeah. 10 of Swords. You got 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands, 9 of Wands. So yeah, when it comes to your friendships and your family relationships, I'm just getting, especially with your friendships, I just get that there's a lot of ego there with some of your friendships. It's like you're carrying the friendships that actually don't matter. I don't want to sound mean, but it's like the friendships that actually show you that you are safe with them. It's like those are not really the friendships that you really connect with. You only connect, and I think that this is karmic. There is a soul contract that you need to break and burn with this karmic cycle of having jealous friendships. Friends that compare you to them. You need to burn that contract, Scorpio. And that just is simple as saying no. Just say no to these friendships. Be done with them. Some of you guys may need to go through a cleansing or a purging, you know, of your body, of your spirit, to really push away these energies from you. But don't fall back into it. So when these people show themselves, these same people that you see are jealous of you, or who are only really with you because they see themselves in you, but they don't really want to grow and thrive like you do. Like, I'm getting that you have ambition here, Scorpio, and there are some people who do not in your life, but you know, they're your friends, and I'm just getting the sense, hey, they need to grow and thrive just like you are, but there's somebody or some people riding on your coattails, and you need to say no. And every single time they show up, you have to continue to say no and say, hey, listen, I'm some of you guys may, you know, you have all these opportunities, and everybody wants to be a part of those opportunities, but they're not actually trying to create opportunities in their life. They're just doing the same old, same old. I'm just getting the sense, Scorpio, that you need to just, I'm not saying you have to say no to them, or you don't, you know, oh, I don't want to be friends with you. I'm not saying you have to say that or break up with anybody. I'm just saying that just continue to move on with your life. And if there are people who want to text you or call you or say, hey, how's everything going, blah, 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 tell them how everything is going, or not. Be careful with who you tell your information, give information to. But there is a way that people try to creep back into your life and get you to be pulled back in, and you have to kind of politely decide, you know, no thanks, I'm going to pass, right? Or I don't know, get yourself so busy with what you want that you're not really worried about trying to show up for other people who don't care about you as much as you care about them, or who don't show up for you the way you show up for them. Let's clarify the 8 of water. I really hope that made sense. I'm not saying you have to be mean or anything, or that you have to tell somebody, I don't want to be around you anymore, blah, 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 you're toxic. You can just kind of stop answering your text messages, or just kind of keep it cute, keep it casual, you know, and maybe just kind of like be like, no, I can't make it. I'm not gonna be able to make it. I'm, you know, even if you don't have anything to do, even if it's just you just being like, hey, I just want to stay home and relax. You don't have to tell people that. Anytime somebody wants to invite you and you know that they're one of those people in your friendship group or in your family who are a little bit toxic, it's okay to just be like, no, I'm sorry, I can't be there. I'm sorry. It's okay to do that. And if they get angry, it's like, well, if they're gonna get mad about it, that is your answer, Scorpio. That is your answer. Sorry, guys. That's your answer. If you want to have a sign, Scorpio, as to who are these people who are riding on your coattails, yeah. Wow. All right. 9 of coins. This is you. This is the moon telling you. This is the moon in Virgo telling you, hey, walk away, you guys, walk away, because you have this clarifying the 8 of cups. And it's telling you, go after your independence, be independent, because guess what's going to happen? You have the Temperance card. Now I see this as people still trying to come back in and want to, you know, reconcile with you. They want to talk to you. They want you to come over. You know, I also get this as you balancing your life, balancing your relationships in your life, that actually, you know, creating a yin and yang in your relationships. There are going to be people who want to come back into your life because they see that you have money, or you just came into some money, or you accomplished something, and they just want to be a part of it. And that's it. They don't really care about, like, I don't know. There's someone here, I'm really getting strong for a couple, maybe one of you, if not all of you. They just want attention. They just want attention. And they're going to make sure that you feel bad when you don't give them the attention. And they may make you feel guilty and say, well, I was there for you. I did this for you. You should at least be able to do this for me. But Scorpio, this person is exhausting. You need relationships where it's like, listen, yeah, I've done a lot for you, but like, if you're struggling and you need your space, have your space. Have your space. Right? And also, if this is you, Scorpio, if there are those of you who struggle with this, hey, cut it out. You go live your life. Don't try to put it on other people to show up for you. You just show up for yourself. That's all. Let's clarify the Knight of Swords here. Why is the Knight of Swords here, ancestors? Why is the Knight of Swords here? But yeah, check out Sagittarius's reading, you guys. I recommend that you check that out. If you guys are dealing with a Sagittarius, or if you have Sagittarius in your chart, because we do have Sagittarius here. We have Leo, we have Aquarius, we have Pisces, we have Aries, we have Gemini, and we have Capricorn, Virgo. Actually, it's more Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, so all of the earth signs. But yeah, there's a decision that you have made, Scorpio, or a decision that you're going to be met with, and you're going to choose. I don't want to say that what you're going to do, it's up to you, but I recommend, based on the cards, that you need to choose the direction that is going to take you towards this joy, this beauty, this luscious time in your life. You have the Knight of Pentacles, or the Knight of Coins, clarifying the Knight of Air. So there is the need, as you move forward, you need to make sure that you are taking inventory, taking stock of your relationships. You need to take your time and just really pay attention to who is your friend and who is your enemy, because you may have some friends that are actually posing as your friend, or you may have some enemies that are posing as your friend. I think I said that wrong. Bottom of the deck, you have the High Priestess. There's Pisces. So, which I think the next full moon is Pisces. So by the time the next full moon comes around, y'all, you're going to see who these people are. Like I said, if you find that you need time to yourself and you have a friend or family member who makes it seem like they need your attention more than your self-care and your rest. Like if you took the day off for yourself and someone's like, I really need your help, I need you to be here, blah, blah, blah. Well, it's okay to say no, Scorpio, and say, hey, I really just need this time. I'm very stressed out, or I just need to rest, or I'm going on vacation. You may have somebody who may try to make you feel bad about that. That will be a clear sign for some of you, if not all of you, that that person is not worth your time, that you need to distance yourself from that person. Let's go ahead and clarify the Two of Fire, or the Two of Wands. Yeah, you have the Page of Wands. That's Leo. Could be Sagittarius too. Live your life. Mind your business, Scorpio. Plan your future. This is your future. Do not allow anybody to tell you how to spend your money. Do not allow anybody to tell you what job to get. Do not allow anybody to tell you how to make your money. Don't allow anybody to tell you what to do with your attention, whether you want to give it to them or not. Do not allow anybody to dictate what you do. You respond the way your spirit tells you to respond to someone. If they get angry, guess what? That's a them problem, okay? Because you have things to do. You have money to make. You have work to do. And there are some people who don't have anything else better to do than to lie around and to hold on to you and to just hope that somehow you're able to drop some crumbs their way, when all they have to do is get up and get the work done for themselves in their lives. If they want to have a friendship with you, then they need to actually work with you to build that friendship. And if that's not what they're willing to do, and they're just sitting there being jealous, just sitting there, just living vicariously through you, they're just honestly dead weight. They're dead weight. That is not what you want. Okay, let's go ahead and pull some cards for wisdom and advice and a little bit of encouragement. Oops. Yep, Sagittarius got this one. Moonstone, cycles. I am in the divine flow of my soul rhythms and life cycles. So when your soul says, hey, this toxic cycles This toxic cycle with your friends, your family, or your significant other needs to be done and over with. Follow that. If your soul says, hey, it's time for you to make new friends, here's a new friend, here's a new significant other, here's a new job, here's a new money opportunity, go for it. You better go for it. It doesn't matter who is there to say, don't do that. This is not going to be good for you. It's not going to work out. Or, you know, I found out that this happened to so-and-so when they did. No. You go after it. You go after it, Scorpio. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I hate to say it like this, but it's almost like flies swarming around food that you made, fresh food that you, or fresh pastry that you baked. It's like cockroaches, you know, eating, or rats or mice nibbling on food that you've purchased, food that you've made, and ruining that food. It can no longer be eaten or consumed by you or your family. These are the types of energies that I'm talking about that you might be dealing with, Scorpio. This is cockroach energy. This is like pesty energy. Okay. So you have aquamarine, communication. I communicate with ease and grace. Like I said, you do not need to be mean, Scorpio. You do not need to, you know, sometimes, some of you guys, you don't have to say anything. Communication does not always have to be with your voice, with your throat chakra. Sometimes it can just be with your actions. You do not have to be out of sorts to make something clear to someone. And then we have Libyan gold tektite, manifestation, manifest positive outcomes. I manifest positive outcomes. So you manifest positive outcomes, Scorpio, and people can see that. And there have been some enemies that have been making sure that they are seen, making sure that they do whatever they can to intimidate you and get you to forget your power, to drop your crown. No, don't do it. You better stand your ground, okay? Go after what you want and spend time around people who actually want to see you thrive and shine, okay? Much love and light to all of you. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you guys in your next reading. Bye, Scorpio.